In this video we are going to implement the React router. So we are going to create a separate page for our home page, recipes page and settings page, and we are going to make everything work. So first we are going to go to our app components. Actually first let me close some files that we don't need. Okay, so in our app component app.js we have these sections here. So this 4 section here, so this section, this code section and save section, this 4 section makes up our home page. So I'm going to cut all of this, so Ctrl X, and instead I'm going to create a file here. So actually first I'm going to create a folder, so we're going to call it pages. Inside that we're going to put all of our pages. So new file, we're going to call it home.js, which is our home page. So here we're going to say export default. So home page is also just a React component, so we're going to say export default. We're going to say function and we're going to call it home, and here we're going to say return, and we're simply going to have to return the elements that we copied, so which is this 4 thing, but now we have to import it here instead of in app component. So let me just cut all of this. So Ctrl X, Ctrl S, let's go here, and we're going to paste them here, Ctrl V. So here this is not ./component, now it will be ./component, because we want to go outside of this page and then inside the component folder. So we're going to say // like so. Save. We have to wrap them inside a div because we can't return more than one element. So let me cut this. So Ctrl X, create a div and paste them here. So now it is working. Okay, now just like our home component, let's just create a page for our recipes and settings. So we're going to say pages, new file, and we're going to create a recipes.js. let's say export default function, and we're going to call it recipes. We're going to say return. Let's just return a div and it will say recipes page. So this should be all for now. We're going to create this page later. So for now let's just create our settings page as well. So we're going to say settings.js. let me just paste it, and this one will be settings, and this will also say settings page, like so. Now in our home component we're going to import those 3 pages. So we're going to say import, we're going to import home from pages/home. We're going to import our recipes, so we're going to say import recipes from pages/recipes, and we're going to import settings, should be import settings from pages/settings. Okay, so now if we're on localhost 3000, we want to show the home page. If we are on /recipes, we want to show the recipes page, and if we are on settings, we want to show settings page. So for that we're going to implement React router. So we're going to say import, we're going to import browser router. So we're going to say browser router as router. We're also going to import routes, and we're going to import route from. So we're going to say from, and we're going to import them from React-router-DOM, React router DOM. Save. Okay, so we have installed the React router version 6. So now instead of having this app component here, we want everything to be wrapped in our router component. So we're going to say router, like so, and let's cut them. So let's cut all of this. Ctrl X, we don't need this div, we can delete this, we can paste them. So Ctrl V, and let's see if we have any error or not. Okay, we need a parenthesis here, closing parenthesis. Save, and everything still works the same. And after that we want our routes. So routes, so all the routes must be inside this route component. So here we can have a route component, so route, and then we're going to say path. So when our path is /, we want our component. So component, we want our component to be our home page. So here we are going to say home, like so. Actually not component, this should be element. And now we have this home page. So just like the home, we are also going to create our recipes, and the settings we're going to say when the path is recipes, when to show our recipes component, so which is our recipes page. When the path is settings, when to go to the settings page, save, and everything still works the same. So now let's go to our navbar component. So in our components folder we have our navbar. This is our navbar. So here we are using a tag, but now we want to use the link tag from React Router DOM. So we're going to say import, we want to import link from React Router DOM. We are going to use this link tag here, so Control C, and instead of a tag we're going to say link, Control V, and let's change the closing tag to link tag also, so Control V. And link tag needs a two property, so we're going to say toProp equals to, we're going to say link dot path, save, and now let's try to use it. So recipe, as you can see, it says recipes page when we're in recipes page, and it says settings when we're in settings page. So this is working. So let's do the same for our sidebar also. So let's go to our sidebar component, which is here. So first we're going to say import link in our sidebar also, so copy this, Control C, we're going to paste it, so Control V. Again we're going to use the link tag instead of a tag, so Control C, Control V, Control V, and again we're going to say to equals to, and this will be link dot path, save. Let's try to minimize our screen or resize our screen, and let's see if this works. If you go to recipes, now it says recipes page. If you go to settings, it says settings page. So everything is still working. Okay, now when we are in home page, when this home will be highlighted, so let's see how we can do that. Okay, so indicate the current path, we are going to also import something called use location from the React Router DOM library. So use location is a function, functional hook, so we're going to say const location equals to use location, like so. So now we'll be able to say location.path to get the path name. So let's do that. So we're going to say, let me copy this, Control C, and here instead of simply using this class name here, we're going to say class name. So class name equals to, we're going to use a binding here, so we're going to say if location dot path name equals to link dot path, so link dot path. If it is true, in that case our class name will be this. So let me just copy this, so the class name, so Control C. Actually we don't need this href here anymore, and we don't need this class name also, so we are already creating this new class name. Let me close the sidebar. Here we are going to say if this is true, the class name will be sidebar link, and it will have a class of active. Otherwise, let me just say colon. So if that is not true, in that case the class name will be just sidebar link. Save it. Let's see if it's working. Let me minimize my screen. So as you can see, now this home here has this border, meaning that it is active. If we were to click on this, let's go here, and as you can see, now this one has a class of active. That is why this have this border. Okay, let's do the same for our navbar also. So navbar links. So let me just copy this. So use location, and then in the navbar we're going to paste it like so, and then again we're going to copy this line. So Control C, let's paste it. I think we can paste it here, so Control V, and finally let's copy this class binding. So let's just copy this, Control C, and let's go to our link, and finally we can paste it, let's say here. So in this time, if it is true, the class name will be active, otherwise the class name will be nothing, like so. And actually we can delete this commented codes, we don't need it. Save. So now the recipes page is active by default. If you were to click on home, the home page is now active. If we are going to settings, the settings page is active, and even if we are to go to settings like this, the settings page is highlighted, and if you go back to our home page, the home page is highlighted. So these are highlighted according to the path. So that's all for this video, and in the next video we are going to start creating our recipes page. We are going to create this section in the next video, so I'll see you in the next one.